Hi, I'm Frank Fraser, and I wrote and illustrated this new children's book published by Sophia Institute Press called Before I Was Me. Well, a lot of people have asked, how did you come up with that idea? And the truth is, I didn't. The truth is, it came to me in prayer. I was praying one day, and all of a sudden the entire book really was just all of a sudden in my head. And, well, maybe not the entire book, maybe not the whole book. I added a few things later. I added some silly things. I added a lot of silly things later, like a hippopotamus learning how to ice skate, a little baby blasting off in a rocket, and on their way to Mars stopping for some milk and cookies. Okay, so all of the silly stuff, that's mine. All of the good stuff, that's God's. You'll know which is which when you read the book. But I think what God invited me to do was to create a book that was a creative expression of one of my favorite scriptures. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Wow, He knew you and then He made you. And He knew me, and as my wife once added, and He made you anyway. Well, that's pretty funny, and it's fortunately for me, it's true. But that truth, that God loves us into being, and then He places us in the world, and He's there with us, and He always loves us. That's such a beautiful truth, and it's so important that we all know that, but I think most important for kids. And that's what Before I Was Me is really all about. It begins with a little soul in God's hands before they were born. And the little soul looks up to God and asks, "Who will I become?" And God responds, "You will become a very important person whom I will always love." Wow. Well, the little soul's imagination just runs wild. First, they imagine themselves as an astronaut, and that's certainly a very important person. And then they imagine themselves being a doctor, a teacher, and one idea after another. And after each idea, God gently leads the little soul a little closer to the truth until He finally reveals that it's not what you do that makes you important. It's who you are that makes you important. And so, who are we? We're children of God, and we are His love. That's what makes us important. And that's the message that Before I Was Me delivers in an entertaining and beautiful way. And so I hope you'll check out the book. I hope you read it to your kids, and I hope they know that they are and they always will be a very important person whom God will always love. Thank you, and God bless.